All right, the Chargers get a huge surprise ahead of their game against the Raiders in week 2. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but this channel is fully dedicated to the Chargers. And coming off a huge week 1 victory, if you go over and go to PFF, here's why I don't love PFF, but I love them in a couple areas. What I love is when they talk about offensive line. Let's go to it here. They did offensive line rankings ahead of week 2. So they're taking, it's not just our eyes, but they've got stats on pressures and, so it's stuff behind the scenes that you can't really see. So Philadelphia Eagles 1, Broncos 2, Bills, Colts, Ravens, and then number 6 is the Chargers, up 4 spots based on how they played in week 1. And this is a huge surprise because you lose your left tackle. Joe Alt has to go over to left tackle. Trey Pipkins comes in. You're like, I don't know, Zion Johnson, is he any good? Bradley Bozeman. We got Mekhi Becton. I don't know, but he's like, apparently he was sick last week. Still played well. The former Eagles offensive lineman did not give up a pressure and earned an 88.1. Joe Alt did not allow any pressures. 91.4 PFF pass blocking grade. Paced all offensive linemen in week 1. The best player, Joe Alt. We knew that. We just didn't know that, like, Mekhi Becton, all right, stud. We didn't know that the other 2 guys would hold up. We just didn't know if Trey Pipkins, all right, you're in, man. Like, need you. He holds up great. And what does that come out to? Comes out to just kind of moving the ball, staying ahead of the chains. Justin Herbert's finding people. When he can, he had a little ability to scramble, gets that key first down at the end of the game. Like, that's what it turns into. So, huge surprise in week 1 was that the Chargers have an offensive line even after the injury. So let me know in the comments, what was your biggest surprise from week 1 and just kind of looking at this team? The other surprises, and we've talked about it, but those question marks that everyone has in the offseason, you passed all those with a resounding, like, heck yeah. It's like, is Amarion Hampton, like, is he really, like, sweet? Yeah, he is. What about the outside weapons? Is Keenan Allen, is he going to be able to play? Yes. Right. All these things really worked in your favor. And so, and by the way, just real quick, it's Pete Carroll versus Jim Harbaugh week, which is just crazy. Now with the Chargers and Raiders, of course, they were, Stanford, USC, Niners, Seahawks, and now here they are again. It just shows they're great coaches. I mean, really, I didn't, sorry to switch the subject, but let's just do it. I didn't know Pete Carroll was such a good coach, if I'm being honest. I don't know what I thought. Just clearly he is. He doesn't get talked about enough, and now he is kind of getting talked about because he comes back. He's like 75 years old. But he's just a winner, man. He wins and turns things around, just like Jim Harbaugh. And that's why these guys keep matching up in heavyweight type bouts, right? So Pete Carroll said that he has high respect for the Chargers. They are, quote unquote, a complete team. They do everything well. Run game, defense, and special teams. He's not underestimating what Jim Harbaugh has built. He praised his guys for their composure in week 1, just like Jim Harbaugh did. He emphasized that week 1 was a monumental win. So both of these franchises who have been just kind of down, and I know all about it, right? Being a Lions fan, you're just not. It's like, yeah, we're going to win here and there, but it's like we're so far away. And especially when you are actually good, you realize how far away you actually were back in the Brandon Staley era, right? Where you're like, what? No, if we could just, no. So 2 franchises, both that were not doing well, that got the coaches, and it just shows how amazing the right coach is. I mean, just instantly get the right coaches in, the culture's good. Now they go head to head. So both Jim Harbaugh and Pete Carroll saying all the right things as they should. I get it, right? But they don't like each other, and the teams don't like each other. The franchises don't. So it's like, let's do this. Let's do this, baby. I'm all for it. Also, by the way, here, PFF puts you at number 9 in the power rankings, up 3 spots. And, power rankings are fun to just kind of look at. But the whole point is it's just you might think you're good, you might think you're bad, but just to see yourself in relation to everyone else, you're a top 10 team. And I think absolutely that's where you're at. So chance of making the playoffs almost up to 70%. Again, it's just for fun. PFF, you're putting it in an algorithm, just pumping out some numbers, but still, it's fun to look at. Justin Herbert, who earned an 84% PFF overall grade and tossed 3 touchdowns. Could this be the season the Chargers start to put it all together? It's like, yeah, duh, it is. Like, it's, it's not even like a question. So what you have is Justin Herbert behind an offensive line until we know anything different. All we can go on is week 1. Offensive line's playing really well. The defense is shockingly good. I say that because they shouldn't be this good. They just shouldn't. Where's all the talent? Where's all the star players? You just really aren't a ton of star players. You got Derwin James, but I mean, they're playing such a high level, so it's great to see, and that you have to be excited if you're a Chargers fan because of that. One other thing right here, you got the unit itself surrendered just 8 pressures. I mean, the Lions gave up 3 pressures on the first 3 plays. Every single play, Jared Goff was pressured. You gave up 8 the entire game. No sacks or quarterback hits. Your quarterback was not hit on 41 pass plays, leading to the 8th ranked 90 PFF pass blocking efficiency rating. If your quarterback never gets hit, it's like we can do this all day. We can go through the season all day doing this. So this was such a surprise. Again, you had so many surprises and questions answered in your week 1 that you have to be so excited. And it's like, if we can win now, week 2, oh my gosh. Now we're 2-0 in the division, 2-0 in the division with a chance, right? That's what winning does. It gives you a chance to do bigger and better things. And so with a chance to go 3-0 in the division. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, make sure you subscribe if you haven't. If you're a Chargers fan, let me know. I got to get my Chargers hat. Where did I put that? I got a Chargers hat. I'll be watching Monday night. Let's go. See, that's the thing. I'm telling you, everyone wants to win the Super Bowl. Of course. But it's bigger than that. You want to just be in big games. Monday night, Sunday night, big rivalries, watching, hanging, living and dying on each play. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.